Please, I just want to share with you all that we have some drinks outside. We have water, we have some wine, and we have some small bites that you're all more than welcome to grab a quick bite before we begin. So please, again, if you would like, we're going to be beginning like in 15 minutes. You can go outside. We have some small bites, and we have some refreshments, some water, and I believe some Prosecco. Thank you. Testing, testing. start the event in a few minutes. Please take your seats. We're going to be starting in a few minutes. Please take your seats, and I will kindly ask you to silence your electronic devices. Buenas noches. Bienvenidos al Town of Miami Lakes. Por favor, siéntense. Vamos a empezar en unos minutos y por favor, apaguen sus celulares. Again, please silence your electronic devices. We're going to be starting shortly. Thank you.
Oh.
Good evening. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Buenas noches, damas y caballeros. We will begin shortly. I ask you please to take your seats. to please silence your electronic devices. We're going to be starting in 2 minutes. Good evening, buenas noches. Welcome to Town Hall. Bienvenidos al municipio de Town Hall. I kindly ask everyone to take your seats. We're going to begin in 1 minute. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Muy buenas noches, damas y caballeros. Welcome to Miami Lakes Town Hall. Bienvenidos al municipio de Miami Lakes. Please just silence your electronic devices. We are starting now. Por favor, procedan a silenciar sus teléfonos para poder comenzar. Muy buenas noches. Good evening. My name is Gina Inguanzo. I am the town clerk, and I welcome you all to the swearing-in ceremony of the town council. We are going to be following the programs. I hope everyone was able to get a program. And the first thing that I'm going to ask is for all of you to stand up, because we're going to start with the invocation, which will be led by Dr. Juan Barek. And I'm going to ask you all to please remain standing through the invocation, through the presentation of colors, the Pledge of Allegiance, and the national anthem. Por favor, permanezcan parados. Gracias.
Good evening, everyone. Can we bow our heads and close our eyes? Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day, a day on which our friend Josh Dieguez is being sworn into the town of Miami Lake as our mayor. Please provide him with leadership and reminders each day of why he decided to dedicate his life to public service, and use that commitment to encourage him. Give him wisdom, clarity, and peace as he dedicates each day to serve us and the people. We also pray for his family and the support that he needs and the strength to serve this town. We pray for those who will be working with him. We are grateful for the service that they will be providing next to him. We ask that you draw near to them and allow them to have enough knowledge to support our new mayor, one another. Provide them with the strength that they need to approach each situation in the best way possible. Help them to know you on a daily basis and to feel your presence in order for all of them to do your will. Father, give them the guidance to approach each day and to find a balance between the work and life so that they will follow you. As Mayor Dieguez and this town, Lord, allow them to see your glory and the solutions to difficult problems that they will face, but at the end, so that they can also see the humility and your glory. Help them to show Christ's attitude on a daily basis and keep them safe. And may they see your presence always. As per my personal beliefs, I have prayed all of this in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Color guard, attention. Please remain standing. Color guard, forward march. Color guard, post the colors. Please join me in the presentation of the colors.
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Color Guard, return to your post.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Thank you.
Thank you very much. You may all sit now. So before we begin with the swearing-in ceremony of the elected officials, I do want to take some time to recognize dignitaries that we have with us tonight. We have elected officials, we have former elected officials, we have members of the judiciary that I would like to recognize, and other distinguished guests. So what I'm going to kindly ask is for when you hear your name, just please stand up so that we can acknowledge you. And I'm starting with State Representative Tom Fabricio, who is joining by Mrs. Laura Fabricio, by Mr. Nikita Misgarev, and Miss Felicia Salazar, and I believe one of their daughters. Thank you. Miami-Dade County Commissioner, State Senator Rene Garcia. State Representative Alex Rizzo. And with him as well, Ms. Carmen Chumingo, who is part of his team. School Board Member Roberto Alonso. And Mr. Roger Miret. Former Mayor of Miami-Dade County, Alex Pinellas. Where is he? the Chief of Staff of Miami-Dade County Mayor, Mr. Tomas Alcala. You saw him? Mr. Dario Fernandez, the tax collector. We have, as I mentioned, former elected officials of the town of Miami Lakes. We have several. I saw Mayor Wayne Slayton. Mayor Cesar Mestre. We have following former vice mayors. Vice Mayor from the town of Miami Lakes, Frank Mingo. Vice Mayor Nelson Rodriguez. Vice Mayor Tony Fernandez, I think I saw him. Councilwoman Marilyn Ruano. Councilman George Lopez, I saw him earlier. Thank you all for being here. We also have, representing the office of Chairman Anthony Rodriguez, we have Mr. Ronnie Orez. Thank you. We have Mr. Kevin Cooper, who is the chairman of the Republican Party. Tonight we also have several judges, so I welcome you all. We have Judge Lodi Jean, Judge Carmen R. Cabarga, Judge Ariel Gonzalez, Ariel Rodriguez. So sorry, Judge Ariel Rodriguez. Let me make that correction. Judge Diana Vizcaíno, Judge Joe Perkins, and Judge Javier Enriquez. We also have distinguished guests from the university where now Mayor Josh Dieguez graduated. From St. Thomas University, we have Dr. Jamaica Windham. She's the Vice President of Student Success. Thank you. And we have the Dean of College of Law, Ms. Tarika Nunez Navarro. Thank you. And I don't have anyone else listed here. However, please, if you're a dignitary, an elected official, a commissioner, please just stand up so that we can recognize you. From Sweetwater, Commissioner Vallecillo. Thank you. Anyone else that I have not named and you're a dignitary, please let us know so that we can recognize you. You honor us all with your presence, and I thank you. On behalf of the council and of all our residents, I thank you for being here. I also, before we proceed, I also want to thank the Planning and Zoning Board members of the town of Miami Lakes. I have seen a few. Committee chairs, committee members, and I'm looking this way because the majority of you are in this area. I want to thank you. You always say yes and you always come to our events. Thank you for being here. Family and friends, thank you all for honoring us with your presence. Okay, so now we really are going to start the ceremonial event. Tonight, and I always say this with a lot of pride, and I really mean it, because as the majority of you know, I am a resident of the town. Not only do I work for the town, but this is my home. So tonight is a very special night for me, because not only am I the town clerk, I am the supervisor of elections. And tonight's ceremony is the culmination of many months of hard work. The election cycle starts, sometimes it starts before, but it really, for clerks, it starts with a qualifying period and it ends when the certification of the official results are received in our office. This year, you all know that Miami Lakes had a very busy year regarding elections. We had a special election in April, followed by a runoff, and then in November 5th, we had our general election, followed by a runoff. So again, it's been a very busy year. I am very pleased to say tonight and honored to proceed with the swearing in of 3 excellent residents who I can attest are great individuals, have a big heart, and are ready to work for the best of the town of Miami Lakes. I'm gonna start, and as you can see in the program, with the swearing in of Council Member Juan Carlos Fernandez, because he's seat 3. And I just wanna say a few words. On behalf of the town of Miami Lakes, of the residents, of the town manager, town attorney, town staff, and of myself, Councilmember Fernandez, I wanna say thank you because you're passionate. I know you're ready to work hard. I have known you for, I wanna say 11 years from neighborhood improvement, and I can attest that you're a professional, you're a gentleman. We all say that of you, and I know you're gonna do a great job. So I wanna thank you, and again, I should say not only neighborhood improvement, planning and zoning. You were a planning and zoning board member. So thank you for the time that you have given us, and again, we congratulate you on your election. We're gonna proceed now with the swearing in of you, sir. So your lovely wife and the children can come forward.
I, Juan Carlos Fernandez,
I, Juan Carlos Fernandez,
a citizen of the state of Florida and of the United States of America,
a citizen of the state of Florida and the United States of America,
and duly elected council member of the town of Miami Lakes,
and duly elected council member of the town of Miami Lakes,
do hereby solemnly swear
do hereby solemnly swear
or affirm that I will support
or affirm that I will support
and defend the Constitution of the United States
and defend the Constitution of the United States
and of the state of Florida
and of the state of Florida
and the charter of the town of Miami Lakes, Florida.
and the charter of the town of Miami Lakes, Florida.
Sworn and subscribed before me this 10th of December, 2024. Juan-
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody for being here. I won't be long. It's just a few words. I wanted to thank everyone who supported me. But before I do, I wanted to recognize the Troop 660. They're from the Miami Lakes Methodist Church, and they're one of the oldest troops in Miami-Dade County. My nephew went through the program, and he became an Eagle Scout, Gabriel Fernandez. The gentleman, the young man that was reading the orders, he also became an Eagle Scout. I think his name is Zidane Mitchell. But it's something to be really proud of. And the reason why I bring them up is because their guided principles are God, family, and country. And that's something that will always be part of what I look forward to in serving the town of Miami Lakes. Those principles will always be my guiding principles as I work for the town and for the residents in the next 4 years. I wanted to just thank a few people. The Planning and Zoning Board, if I don't call your name, I apologize. Fred Senra, Miriam Yanes, my dear friend Lynn Matos, Raul de la Sierra. There's so many. Robert Julia. So I'll move on, and I want to especially thank my beautiful wife and my children for allowing me to go on this journey together. It's going to be a sacrifice for them too. It's going to be. Thank you. It's going to be long hours, but I hope one day they'll recognize why I did it, and they'll consider me more than just the trash collector. That's an inside joke for those who know me. Lastly, I wanna thank my mom that's sitting in the front. She's 89 years old, but no. Before I get to her, dear friends of mine who hosted my campaign kickoff and my neighbors, Danny and Leanne Pineda, thank you. So, growing up, my mom, she came from my father and I came, they came from Cuba in 1960, and they got to this country, and they always instilled in us the importance of loving our country, of being grateful to what this country has given us, and to be a good citizen, and that I hope to also include in my days of serving the town. Is this is my way of being a good citizen. So thank you, Mom. That's it. Thank you, everybody. I look forward to serving the town residents.
Fernandez, I want a picture with you. So Councilmember Fernandez. Councilmember Fernandez, please go to the dais and take your seat. Once again, congratulations. Okay. So now we're going to proceed with Councilmember Stephen Hertzberg for seat number 5. And to you, sir, I just want to share also a few words on behalf of, again, the town of Miami Lakes, all the residents, the town manager, the town attorney, town staff, myself. I thank you because I think we met you like 3-4 years ago. You became very active in the Blasting Advisory Board. You're always helping and fighting and doing what you can for the well-being of our community and advocating for the residents and on issues that impact them. So I want to say thank you. It's been a pleasure working with you, and I'm really looking forward to assisting you the next 4 years. So congratulations on your election, and please come to the podium.
I, Stephen Hersberg,
I, Stephen Hersberg,
a citizen of the state of Florida and of the United States of America,
a citizen of the state of Florida, United States of America,
and duly elected council member of the town of Miami Lakes,
and duly elected council member of the town of Miami Lakes,
do hereby solemnly swear or affirm
do hereby solemnly swear and affirm
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
and of the state of Florida
and of the state of Florida
and the charter of the town of Miami Lakes, Florida.
and the charter of the town of Miami Lakes, Florida. There we go. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for being here. You'll hear from me for the next 4 years. I like to see the chambers full with people, because that means we're getting together as a community, and that's the best way to make a community progress, with an engagement and involvement and a shared purpose. But this is, of course, also an opportunity to thank some people. First, for how I started getting involved in the town of Miami Lakes, the Blasting Advisory Board. You have the former chairman, Manuel Martinez, right there. And the current chairman, Rudy Blanco. And you can tell they're good leaders because 4 of us were on that board. We're all on the board together in 2021. And it shows how they allowed new guys like Brian, and Councilman Garcia, and Councilman Angelo Garcia to come on board and take a leadership role and initiative, and it shows what they've done and they've accomplished. And of course, also, I thank all the supporters, my friends, my family that were involved and helped me move forward with the campaign. And most importantly, my family. My in-laws, Sandra and Tony, they're the reason why I live in Miami Lakes. They decided to move to Miami Lakes and raise their family, and now you can see we are raising our family. But with these 3 kids, it would be impossible to do all these things that we try to do without their help, so thank you. My parents, John and Alva. My families came from very different backgrounds. My father came to the United States through Ellis Island in 1947. Both my grandparents were concentration camp survivors. And my mother came to this country in 1961 by herself from Havana, Cuba. And my grandparents came 5 months later. So they came to this country with nothing for opportunities, and they've always given me the chance for finding opportunities and learning, and I appreciate that. Thank you. And of course, most importantly, as you can see, it's a lot. We're a very busy household. In my house, I am not the leader. I'm not the mayor. She is. Of course, it would be impossible to do without her. And I thank you, and I thank all of them that allow me to do this. But most importantly, I think it's a good time to apologize in advance. Well, you know, it's easy for us to make this commitment, go up here, take time away from our families. And I know I speak for all the council members, that it's a big commitment. But it's a bigger commitment for our families, because they really have to take the burden of us not being there. And they didn't make this choice. But I do hope that through this process, my kids learn that being part of the community, giving back is important. And that's why I'm going to try very hard to make sure that my family's involved. And that's the vision I have for this town of Miami Lakes, to be a family. And you can tell that it takes a village to just allow one of us to get up here. So the most important thing I ask for the residents is the town of Miami Lakes needs its village. And it's not just the staff and the council, it's the residents. So the only thing I ask for the residents is to be engaged, to participate. Reach out to us, come to town hall, so we can all make this town a better place to live. So thank you very much.
I do want to recognize, before we proceed with the swearing in of Josh Diegues, Ms. Alina Garcia, Supervisor of Elections of Miami-Dade County, has also joined us. Thank you. Thank you for your presence. So, Mayor Josh Diegues. I want to say that it was in 2012 that we met, or 13. Back then, when I first started working for the town, I was a town liaison of a committee, neighborhood improvement. And I believe, if my memory is not mistaken, I think it was former Vice Mayor Tony Lama, the individual who introduced us. What a wonderful committee back then, great memories. He was a committee member. Eventually, he became the chair of neighborhood improvement. Few years later, 2018, you decided to run for office and you became elected. You became a council member of our town. And then again, in 2022, you became a council member. You got reelected. My memories are wonderful since we met. I always saw you full of life, full of energy. You wanted to change the world. You love this town. You would say it all the time, that you've been living the majority of your life here with your parents. You would always talk about your parents, your sister, both of you at law school, all your hopes and dreams. And I want to say, and I attest to this, that back then, several times, not once, several times, a young man, because you were back then 25, 26, or even younger, you told us that one day you wanted to be a mayor of the town of Miami Lakes. So, it is with great honor and great pride that I am going to call you to the podium to live your moment, to swear you in, and to make all your constituents happy. So I believe your lovely mother is going to do the oath, right? You're gonna, and the father too. Oh, both of you, come. If you want your entire family, you decide. We have 2 Bibles, which are very significant to the family.
Repeat after me. I, Josh Diegues,
I, Josh Diegues,
a citizen of the
a citizen of the state of Florida
and of the United States of America,
and of the United States of America,
and duly elected mayor of the town of Miami Lakes,
and duly elected mayor of the town of Miami Lakes,
do hereby solemnly swear or affirm
do hereby solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
and of the state of Florida
and of the state of Florida
and the charter of the town of Miami Lakes, Florida,
and the charter of the town of Miami Lakes, Florida. So help me God. Thank you, everyone. You may be seated. It's just an outline, I promise. I'm not going to be that long. But I want to thank all of you for coming here. So many residents, friends that I've made over the years, my campaign team, family, of course, elected officials current and past. You know, thank you, Lena, for being here, our new supervisor of elections, Renee, Robert, Alex, Tom, so many of you, Wayne, so many of you that have played an important part of my life in some capacity or another and helped me reach this point. As Gina stated, right, ever since I was a kid, I've always wanted to get involved in the community. And it wasn't really until I did an internship here in 2005 that I kind of cemented that I wanted to start local. It was always something more practical. In fact, one of my first jobs was passing out variances for boat owners to comply with the new changes in the code. And, you know, subsequently, the following year, I also, you know, decided, well, you know, I'm going to show up. I'm just a kid from high school, but I'm going to show up to the Miami Lakes Middle School where we were holding our meetings, and Raul was making a presentation for the Charter Revision Commission at that time, and I was going to speak on it. And it's funny, I still have that speech, and I can tell you I've gotten better. And it's been a long road to get here, though, even if I was so certain, right? There was plenty of times where, you know, it was challenging, and it was a learning process. But here we are today, and, you know, we've made it. So, and I want to thank you all for being a part of that. But I also want to, you know, speak a little bit about my time as mayor, at least what I hope will be accomplished during it. I want to bring a focus that is centered on the town of Miami Lakes, which I know sounds silly, but I want to bring back a focus on the quality, the basic quality of life issues that make this a special place to live. I want to bring a focus to constituent services. So as you see me announce who eventually my mayor's assistant will be and some of the advisory positions that I will be implementing, you'll see that focus brought there, especially on the issues that matter to us, from public safety, parks and beautification. Traffic is a big one. I look forward to working with Commissioner Garcia, State Representatives Rizzo and Fabricio to bring relief to our community with more highway access points, right? Looking forward as well to dealing with other traffic-related issues that we have in our town that result in public safety risk. Speeding in our town, of course, in the past has been unfortunately deadly for some. And so I want to build on efforts that we started in the past to make our streets safer, especially at night, for those of you who just want to go for a late night stroll or ride your bike at night. Additionally, I want to speak now to my colleagues who I'll be joining very soon on the dais there and leading our very first meeting, which I promise will be short. You know, we'll get you out of here on schedule. You know, gentlemen, I just want to say that I look forward to working with you for an agenda that puts Miami Lakes first. At the end of the day, this isn't just a turning of the page. This is the writing of an entirely new book. It's the next volume in the long-running story of Miami Lakes that so far has been going for 24 years and will be going on for many decades to come. So what I encourage you all to do as we sit down tonight and every other meeting is to always keep that as your true north, as your North Star, that we are going to look for, not the solution that is politically expedient, but the solution that is going to be what's right for the residents, to make sure that in this corporation known as the Town of Miami Lakes, we provide shareholder value for our residents, that we are doing everything to maximize that value. Because ultimately what we are is the board of directors, with myself as the chair and the town manager as our CEO, and we need to work together, rowing the same direction to make these things happen. I'm optimistic for our future, and let's get this started. Good night, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, and God bless you.
Before we adjourn, I also want to welcome Vice Mayor Luis Collazo, who has joined the meeting. Thank you for being here. And the former mayor of the city of Medley, Mayor Martel, thank you for being here as well. I'm going to ask all the dignitaries to please come near the podium so that we can take a very nice group picture. So please. Sure, we can do that as well. So maybe, yeah. Mayor Dieguez, if you want, you can go up to the dais, and all the dignitaries, please come forward so that we can take a group picture. The mayor from West Miami. All elected officials, former, current, please just come to the podium so that we can take a group picture. All of you, please. Vice Mayor Mingo, Mayor Mestre, Councilwoman Ruano, I see you all, okay. George Lopez. For the viewers at home, we're going to break for 10 minutes and then we'll start the special call meeting. Again, we're going to take a break for 5 or 10 minutes and we'll convene again for the special call meeting. Thank you.
is it now? Attention council members, please start making your way back to the dais so we can get the meeting started. Can the council members please come back to the dais so we can get the meeting started and we can get continue celebrating? Somebody get me Councilman Herzberg, please.
Test, test.
Oh, we don't have our clerk yet. Okay. Please give us 5 minutes. We're trying to get Councilman Garcia all the way from Italy on the line. Councilman Angelo Garcia.
IT, please make sure that we can see Councilmember Cuadra Garcia on the TV. And please, council members, turn off your mics because we're having echo. Help desk, please let us know if we can start the meeting. We're waiting for confirmation from Councilmember Cuadra Garcia, who has mentioned that has been watching the meeting and he wants to participate online.
Let him know that the rear television is not turned on.
The TV, the big TV in the center of council chambers is off. IT, please turn on the TV. Omar.
Beautiful, beautiful. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Can you
Welcome.
hear us, Councilmember
Loud,
Cuadra?
loud and clear.
Very well. Thank you for joining. And Mayor Dieguez, you're ready?
I'm ready to go. Let's go. All right. Calling the meeting to order at 7:45 p.m. Today's date is December 10th, 2024. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Council Member Garcia,
Present.
Council Member Fernandez,
Present.
Council Member Cuadra Garcia,
Present.
Council Member Hertzberg,
Present.
Council Member Morera,
Present.
and Mayor Dieguez.
Here.
Mayor, you have quorum.
Thank you. All please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance to be led by Councilmember Morera. Please remain standing for the invocation to be led by Councilmember Fernandez.
During this meeting that you give us wisdom, that everything that we do is for you and for the people, for the residents of the town of Miami Lakes. We ask this in Jesus' name, amen.
You may be seated. We are now on item 7, the order of business. Are there any deferrals, additions, or deletions?
Mayor, we're doing item 6, which is the election of a vice mayor.
Oh, skipped over that. I apologize.
Okay, no problem. So as we always do in November, and when there's an election, the election of the vice mayor doesn't take place in November, it takes in December. That is why it's taking place now. I'm gonna pass down some ballots that all of you just have to rate the name of your nominee and your name, of course, and we'll collect them and I'll read them into the record for the vice mayor position. So everybody has casted their votes, and Mr. Council Member Angelo Cuadra Garcia, I'm going to start with you because I need you to vote as well, and I'll just write it down here. So I, Angelo Cuadra Garcia, nominates.
My support goes to Councilman Brian Morera.
Thank you, sir. It's been noted. Now I'm going to read them for the record. So Councilmember Angelo Cuadra Garcia nominates Brian Morera. Mayor Joshua Dieguez nominates Brian Morera. Councilmember Ray Garcia nominates Ray Garcia. Councilmember Juan Carlos Fernandez nominates Ray Garcia. Stephen Hertzberg nominates Councilmember Stephen Hertzberg nominates Brian Morera. Councilmember Brian Morera nominates Brian Morera. Councilmember Brian Morera has 4 votes. Congratulations for the new Vice Mayor of the town of Miami Lakes, Vice Mayor Morera.
No, Mr. Vice Mayor, move over to my right.
I never liked sit next to the attorneys anyway.
Yeah.
All right, now we are on item 7 of the order of business. Are there any deferrals, additions, or deletions?
Through the chair,
Councilmember Garcia, you're recognized.
I'd like to remove item E for discussion.
Okay, item E from consent?
Mhm.
Okay, so 9E is removed from consent. Any other items, any other changes? Okay, with that said, is there a motion on the new order of business? So moved.
Second.
Perfect. Moved by Councilmember, or Vice Mayor Moreta, seconded by Councilmember Garcia. With that, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The ayes have it. The motion carries. Next, we are on public comments. Madam Clerk, please read the rules of public comment.
Public comments, good evening to everyone and to the audience via Zoom. If you wish to join the meeting, please do so with a working microphone and working web camera, and just select raise hand so that IT can allow you to speak. You will be afforded 3 minutes for public comments as well. If you want to participate and you don't have a working camera or microphone, you can call in. There are several numbers listed on the agenda that you can call, and just raise your hand by pressing *9, and IT will get a notification and they will let you in. And please just take note that all comments or questions from the public, and also from the public via Zoom, should always be directed to the mayor in a courteous tone. And to ensure the orderly conduct and efficiency of this meeting, public comments shall be limited to 3 minutes maximum per person. Welcome to the special call meeting. If you are here and you would like to provide public comments, as always, just approach the podium and state your name and address for the record. And you're welcome.
With that, public comments is now open. Come on up.
Evening, everybody. Miguel Martinez, 18784 Northwest 79 Place. First and foremost, congratulations to everyone existing or previously standing, and you now have new positions, and for all the new members. As you're all aware, I was the previous Blasking Advisory Board chair. I shared and I volunteered my information, my knowledge, to something that's atrocious that's happening in our community. I will continue to share with you my fear. Right now, the building code has exceeded the previous energy levels that were required by code. They've raised those limits, but the damage that's occurring to our structures continues to decrease our structural integrity of the properties that should hold us in our safeguard for our families. So with that, I pass the baton to you guys that we need to continue to enforce and take action to protect our properties and the well-beings of our family. So on item number 10A, to continue to support the efficacy of the Blasking Advisory Board. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any others in chambers that would like to speak in public comments? Going once, going twice. Public, let's check now the online comments, see if there are any remote public comments,
Yes,
or
we
anyone on Zoom.
We had 3 participants online. IT, if someone is still online willing to provide public comments, please just unmute themselves and start public comments. And welcome to the special call meeting. IT, if you're able to confirm if the participants are just watching and listening but they don't want to participate, please just let us know so that we can continue with the meeting.
Okay, well.
Mayor Dieguez, I believe that we don't have public comments. They would have told us.
one last opportunity. Anybody that is watching via Zoom and wants to provide comment, now is your only opportunity. Feel free to unmute yourself and speak, and just identify yourself by name and address, and the clerk will begin the timer. Seeing none, and no more public comments in chambers, public comments is now closed. And now we are on item 9E, which was pulled from consent. With that, I turn it over to the attorney. Well, don't you need to go ahead and read it? Okay, it's just a okay, perfect. All right, Councilmember Garcia, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mayor, and congratulations, sir. Appreciate it. Congratulations, Vice Mayor. The reason I pulled this item is it's been a while since we renegotiate this contract, and I wanted to ask the town manager just to reiterate to the residents the importance of having good lobbyists. We're a small town, and in order for us to punch above our weight, we need strong lobbyists, not only here, but in Washington. So I would like just to ask the town manager to discuss, and just quick little summary of how much money has come in, from the efforts of these lobbyists, and what if you can give me a little summary of how much has come in, and what it means to the town to have these lobbyists and what they bring in, and then just talk a little bit more about the difference in price. I know it's been a while since we renegotiated this, so it's been if you can talk a little bit about that.
Mr. Manager, you're recognized.
Thank you. The two firms that we're recommending in our memorandum are both been with the town for many years. They have both worked together, and they've coordinated efforts. They bring different skill sets to the table. One is a boutique style firm that has a lot of influence or connections with the Miami-Dade delegation, has great contact with the executive branch, with the Lieutenant Governor's office. The other firm is a much larger firm. They have offices throughout the entire state, from the Florida Keys all the way up to the Panhandle. And that tag team combination has worked very well for the town. The two of them together have coordinated to bring to the town over $5 million since they've been on board. So it's well worth the price that we pay for the lobbying firms. The rates that they were charging were probably 6, 7, 8-year-old rates, and now the rates are a little higher now, but it's well worth the investment to considering the return on investment.
So you would say that without them, we'd be hurting.
Absolutely. They know the process. They know all the players up there. They are our eyes and ears in Tallahassee. Obviously, we cannot be up there. The legislative session lasts for 60 days, so it's a whole 2 months that's going on. We cannot have a presence up there from this dais, so they're our eyes and ears, and they're the players. They're the ones who keep us informed. They report to us. They play a crucial role in us obtaining those appropriations that help the residents.
Thank you.
Are there any, well, first, I don't remember, was there a motion?
I would move to approve the item.
Okay. Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The ayes have it. The motion carries. Now we are on the consent calendar.
Mayor, I'll move the consent calendar.
Vice Mayor Moreta moves the consent calendar. Is there a second?
Second.
It's been seconded by Councilmember Garcia. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The ayes have it, and the motion carries. The consent calendar is passed. We are now on item 10A, lasting related lobbying activities for upcoming legislative events and advocacy opportunities by Councilmember Herzberg. Sir, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mayor. Just to be quick, I wanted to discuss here what's coming up right now. We have an interesting time for lobbying legislative efforts because, one, of course, we have our Representative Fabricio, Senator Avila, who will be presenting bills on blasting-related issues, as they have previously. And also keep in mind that we have a new CFO coming, and the CFO is the most important elected official relating to blasting because he has the opportunity to change regulations with his pen without even the legislators. So let's keep that in mind. April 1st, we're going to have a new CFO. So there's two events coming up that are happening before the next regularly scheduled meeting. I don't necessarily believe we need an actionable item, but it's something I wanted to bring to the mayor's attention. and potentially delegate to myself. The first is the Dade County delegation is meeting December 18th at FIU. Towns, public interest groups, they all present an issue, and I would like to submit an issue to add on the agenda regarding blasting and getting their support from the delegation. And then also Mr. Blanco from the Blasting Advisory Board has been working with the Greater Miami Chamber of Commerce, and we're very close to getting blasting legislation as one of their agenda items, and they're doing their fly-in in Tallahassee January 15th to 17th. So that's something else. Once we get the bills from Representative Fabricio, we're going to give it to them and then try to push the chamber to, because it was voted on through their Government Affairs Committee, and it was 50-50. So we can go back to them and push them to make that an agenda item. And I am aware Mr. Blanco will be up there in the fly-in trying to push that as well. So those are two things I wanted to ask. Not necessarily we need a motion, but that since the mayor is Intergovernmental Affairs, to get that okay.
I'd be more than happy to have you represent us on those efforts. You've been very involved from the beginning on blasting and trying to find a solution, and I think you would be an excellent advocate on our behalf. So yes, I'm more than happy to do that, and I'll send Gina a confirmation email after the meeting.
Perfect. I think that's it for now, and of course I'll continue to update everybody as need be.
Vice Mayor Morera, you're recognized.
Just to congratulate you, Councilmember Herzberg, on your first item. It's a big milestone for you, and to also echo the sentiments of the mayor that you're probably among the most qualified people to represent us on this. So go get it.
All right. We are now on item 11, Attorney's Report. Mr. Attorney, are there any reports?
Just briefly, on behalf of Raul and myself, congratulations. Councilman Fernandez, congratulations. Mayor Dieguez, Morera, congratulations again. You're pretty new, and congratulations on being the vice mayor. Congratulations, Councilman Garcia and Councilman Herzberg. I've met with some of you, a couple, discussing several things with regards to blasting, and most recently, yesterday, Councilman Herzberg and I spent a significant amount of time talking, and we'll be moving that matter forward and work in conjunction with all of you. I know it's an important item for this body, so just wanted to put that on the record.
Mr. Attorney, just to briefly say, I know that we're probably going to be meeting sometime before the January meeting, but what I really want to see is some form of report on the litigation and the pros, the cons, possibilities at the January meeting, because I don't want to hold this up any longer. If it's viable, I want to push for it. Thank you.
Thank you all. There being no further business, this meeting is now adjourned at 8:03 p.m. Thank you.